Okay, so for the three of you out of my 100 students who are probably going to be watching this video and getting ready for tomorrow's USA, let's see how long this takes. I would guess 10 minutes. It's 12 questions. I'm not giving answers, but I'm just trying to give you help. If you want to do well, and I hope you do well. Melanie's fruit punch recipe calls for 6 cups of apple juice for every 3 cups of carrot juice. Definitely sounds like a ratio. How many cups of carrot juice are used for each cup of apple juice? Oh, this is quite simple. You got 6 cups of apple juice for every 3 cups of carrot juice. And they want to know how many cups of carrot juice are used for each cup of apple juice. Um, so think of it this way. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, technically, you're just going to divide. That's it. You just divide. But it's not 2. And I'll show you why. So if this is apple juice, this is carrot juice, this is your proportion right here, okay? So 2 to 1. 2 cups of apple juice for every 1 cup of carrot juice. But if it's 1 cup of each cup of apple juice, that means you need to find a unit rate with the apple juice being the bottom denominator. So it's going to be easiest to set up the fraction like this. Okay? And that's what you can solve that as a proportion. 3 times 1 divided by 6. You can do it in your head, but that's what you're doing, okay? It's not, the answer is not 2, because you're dividing by 6, dividing by 6. Okay, number 2. $72 they earned for working 9 hours. At this hourly rate, what should the employee earn for a 40-hour work week? Okay, so there's 2 ways to solve this. One is you can set up a proportion. $72 for 9 hours. That rate, that ratio, and that's hours, means in 40 hours, how much money will be made. That's how you can use proportions to solve questions like this. Or you can divide, find the hourly rate, how much money per hour, and then take that number and multiply times 40. Whatever the hourly rate is, and then you multiply it times 40. There's 2 different ways to do that. Do whatever one you think is best. Number 3, go ahead and pause it and read it, and then I'll go over it. Oh, you just complete the table. And this is definitely going in a pattern, and this is definitely going in a pattern, so this should not be hard to figure out. All of you should get that one right. Ratio of toy cars to toy planes, it's 5 to 2. That means 5 cars for every 2 planes. So, based on this, you're going to answer these questions. Now remember, how many, for every 5 toys, 2 are cars? Well, think about that. Out of 5 cars and 2 planes, that's actually 7 toys total. So, I'll just say that, and then I will let you do the rest on your own. But I will give you one hint, and that is, let me find out the answer first. There are 3 correct answers. Yep, there are 3 correct answers. Number 5. Oof. Of the 90 votes cast for Mirasol, I wonder if this is even used. 40% were girls. How many girls voted for Mirasol? Yeah, this doesn't even matter. So you're just going to find 40% of this number 2 ways. Convert this to a decimal and multiply, or what is 40% of 90? So there's my 40%, and then just solve. Get rid of these zeros, cross multiply, and you get your answer. Those are both ways to do that. Number 6. 90% of the distance to her friend's home. Yeah, so you just got to understand which one of these is 90% of the other. For example, those 40 miles, is that 90% of 360? Definitely not. Because 90% is really close to 100%. 100% of 360 is all of 360. So 90% is going to be really close to 360 miles. So, but you can do it this way. Take these, and if you, like for example, I can set up a proportion, and you want it to be 90 out of 100, and it's out of 360 miles. So what number can x be to solve this? Can x be 40? Could this be a 40 right here? Well, definitely not, because 40 times 100 is 4,000. This times, I'm sorry, this times this is definitely more than 4,000. A couple different ways to do that, but think it through. I think you'll find the answer. And it's going to come down to choosing between two of them that look really close. So good luck. Ugh. Number 7, 25% of the milk she collected, she used. She has that many left over. Okay, so how many quarts did she collect? Now, this is an interesting question. So, oh, this is actually hard for me. I got to think backwards. Okay, I can tell just by looking, but that's not going to help you guys. Yeah, you can do it that way. This isn't really technically the way that I would normally do it, but 25%, how many 25% does it take to make 100%? Well, it takes 4, doesn't it? 4 quarters makes $1, 4 quarters in a football game. So if there's 25% left over, which is 8.4, then that means every quarter is going to be 8.4. So how many did she, it's not how many did she use, it's how many did she collect. So how many did she collect? What do you think you do with all those 4 numbers? You just add them together, okay? That's one of the ways that you can do that. There is a way to do it setting up a proportion. I can't think of it right now, and that's okay. Sorry. If Quincy had 39 tomato plants, how many seeds did you plant? So this is 75%. So what's the other 25%? Ooh, this is another tricky one. Golly. And you guys are about to walk in too. 75% grew into mature plants. Okay. So 39. I'm going to have to think backward. 39 is 75% of what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the question. 39 is 75% of what number? Now, this is what I wasn't thinking of when I was trying to solve number 7. 8.4 is 25% of what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the other thing that I was thinking of. So for this one, so you've got your percent, you don't know your of. We don't know what that is. You know 39 goes here. Yeah, you cross multiply and solve this, and you will get your answer. Okay? Solve that. And your first number is going to go right here. 75 goes into 390, maybe 5 times. I'm not exactly sure. But you solve it all the way, you find your answer. Did not mean to do that. Alright, almost done. Am I going to beat you guys? I'm about to find out. You're about to get into the classroom. Number 9, probably not. It keeps red and blue. For each box, choose a letter before the number that makes it. Okay, so Tyler adds. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue for every 1 red. So to make it 4 red and 15 blue, he needs to add, to make this 15, he needs to add 7 blue, and to make it 4 red, he needs to add 3 red. That's pretty easy. I'm actually just giving you the answer. He adds
Students, you should be reporting to period 5,
and 7 blue. Oh, and that was I just gave you the answer for that. I'm sorry. That was all you have to do for that one. For number 10, the ratio of pizzas topped with meat to pizzas topped with vegetables was 4 to 3. So that's 4 with meat and 3 with vegetables. And that's a total of 7. Now, the pizzeria made a total of 84 pizzas that day. How many of those pizzas were topped with vegetables? So, for this one, let me see if I can do 84 divided by 7. Yeah, that actually works. So, it's times 12. Yep, so honestly, you just multiply both numbers times 12. And that should answer the question. You're welcome. I give you way too much help on that. For number 11, if he correctly answered, now this is another one. You've got to find, okay, so he scored a 75%. He correctly, if he answered 18 questions, that's 18 out of what is going to equal 75%. Now, this is why FSA is so tricky. For me, on a test, my question would be this. This would be my question. And then you say, oh, I just need to find the of. So remember, when you set up a proportion, the of goes here. The percent, this is how you set up a proportion, remember? So I don't know my of, there's my x. 75 goes there, 18 goes there. I just solved that. So, class, just solve that. And then last but not least, number 12. Good luck. Okay? Jogs 20 miles in 4 hours, maintains a constant speed. I think you guys can figure that one out. 20 miles in 4 hours, which she maintains a constant speed. Yeah. Yeah, figure out how many miles per hour she goes and look for the chart that shows that. Okay? That's it. Hope that was helpful. 12 minutes on the